Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to continue with our exercises building demo chatbots combining all the knowledge of the basics so far. So for this one, we're going to build a basic order management or order tracking agent. I do have to note that we're going to skip the API work. All the backend stuff, APIs, connecting to databases, those things we're going to hard code for now. So let's start building. Let's start with the basics, welcoming the user to the interface. Let's call this our welcome step. Then let's add some text. I want it in 2 lines. The first line would say, welcome to triple lanes. Second line, I would say, how can I help you today? And then let's add buttons. So for the first button, I wanted to say manage my orders. Then let's add a second button saying contact support. Let's connect up the contact support option first. So this, I want to say, what can I help you with? Let's move it over and let's just add a button to go back to the main menu. Let's say go back to main menu. Then this one will just loop back to our welcome step. So let's prepare the manage order path. And because we're dealing with products, I do love to use a card because it's very visual. I'll link to the video where I show you all the details about cards. That's going to be in the description if you want to watch that one. Next, I'm going to add the image, the title, and the description. I'm just going to copy this off an actual store I found online, so let me do that. Let's add the title and let's add the description. Now, let's add a couple of buttons. The first one, I want to say go to view product page. For the action, I just want that to go to a URL, and I'm just going to add the actual website where I found this image. There we go. And I want to add another button that would say track my order. Let's do the actions later. And then the next button is go back to main menu. And then this, we're just going to have to go to the welcome step. So home, welcome step. And there we go. That's sorted. So I did forget one step. So when the user clicks manage orders, we're going to ask for an order number. Again, we're just going to hard code this one, no APIs involved. So let's just say, please enter your order number. Then we're going to capture the order number, the entire user reply, and let's create a new variable. Let's call this order underscore number. Let's create that one. So we'll store the order number in a variable called order number. So that should be good for now. Again, hard coded, so we're just going to go direct to our order details card. So let's organize this a little bit. Let's call this order number step, and then this one order details step. So what happens when the user clicks track my order? So for this example, For this exercise, we do need to hard code some variables because we're not contacting some database. So what I want to happen after clicking track my order is to create a set step where we set some variables. So first, let's call this set status. Then let's create a new variable. Let's call that order underscore status. And then for now, let's just use in transit. So we're going to set a variable called order status. We're going to put in transit. Then, sorry, it got removed in transit. Then I want a second variable. Let's create another variable and let's call this order underscore ETA. And then for the ETA, let's put in April 6, 2024 between 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So now that we have our variable set, our pretend variables that we fetch from a server somewhere, an imaginary server that we just hard coded, let's then show the user another card. For this one, I'm not going to show any image, but for the title, I want it to say the status. So remember, we have a variable, we stored that one, order status, that I just want that to be the title. And for the description, we can say your order and then insert our order number, which we also asked the user for earlier, is in is currently. And then let's insert the order status again and is expected to arrive by by. Then let's insert our order ETA. So that what I'm going to expect this to result to is your order number is a random number is currently in transit and is expected by the date we've hard coded. So before we add some buttons to our card, let's go back to this set variable step because I want to add one more thing. I forgot this one. So let's add another one and let's create a new variable. Let's call this order underscore tracking number. And then let's just put some random numbers here and that should be good. The reason why I added that one is because if we go back to our card, that will be one of the options in the buttons that I want to add. So the first button, I want it to say show tracking number. And then another button, we could call this contact support. Then another button saying back to main, back to main menu. Now let's sort out where these buttons go to. So for show tracking number, we're just gonna say, here's your tracking number. And then we'll insert our hard-coded tracking number. And then let's add an option just to go back to the main menu. And when the user clicks that, I just want to loop back to our welcome step. For contact support, we don't need to build anything because we already have this. So we just have to connect this one to our support step. And for back to main menu, we're just gonna connect that back again to our welcome step. There you have it. Let's see how this works. So let's click play and then run test. Welcome to Triple Lanes. How can I help you today? Let's start with contact support. There we go. It works. Let's go back to main menu. Let's click manage my orders. It's going to ask me for my order number. Let's just put in a random number. Again, this is hard coded. If this is deployed, an active version, you're going to contact an API, but this is just hard coded, so random numbers. And there's our order details with the image. So we could go to our product page. If I click that, it's going to go to the website where I found the image. Now let's try track my order. There we go. In transit, your order, the number we entered is currently in transit and is expected to arrive by April 6th, 2024 between 11 a.m. and 12 and 2 p.m. So we could select show tracking number. It's going to show our hard-coded tracking number. There you go. And we can go back to main menu. And there you have it, our basic order management, order tracking chatbot. So in a production version, a live production version, what would likely change is this one, where we hard-coded some variables. This would be done via an API. You're going to contact a server, and that server would return some values for you, but everything can stay the same pretty much. So, I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please leave like and subscribe to the channel. And also, if you don't want to miss out on more exercises to come where we combine all the basics and build demo chatbots, don't forget to turn on the notification bell after you subscribe. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.